Hello Virgo, welcome to your November 2025 reading. Thank you Spirit for being here. So we've got the letting go cards. I'm just going to pull a card at the end of your reading and see what letting go messages you have. So let's start with November 2025 for Virgo. Hello Virgo, hope you are well. Let's see what messages Spirit has for you. Now I do apologise, actually Spirit wants all of these, okay. I do apologise for my croaky, horrible voice. I've got terrible allergies. We're in springtime here in Australia, which is absolutely beautiful. I love the spring, but yeah, it does wreak havoc with my hay fever. So I do apologise if I get a bit croaky. Okay, Spirit, which way? This way? Okay. Oh, beautiful. Oh, Virgo, what gorgeous. Oh, Tower. Oh, the devil. Okay, maybe I was speaking too soon. Oh, no, look, then the sun. Oh, interesting energy. Actually, Spirit said around that way. Okay, let's have a look here. What have we got? Virgo, quite a big mixed bag of lollies, I must say, for your November reading. And these major arcana right kind of smack in the middle. Okay, Spirit, thank you. Okay, we're going to start at the beginning and work our way around. Spirit's just said to me, I do apologise, Virgo, this message might jump around a little bit because the energies are not linear. They are a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Now, Spirit, I was going to put these cards around the other way, but Spirit said no. And that's because the reading is all over the place until we get to this Knight of Pentacles at the very end of the month. So it's not linear. So there's not, this is the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, end of the month, except for the Knight of Pentacles, which brings us to the end of the month and into December and next year, Spirit is saying, okay? So I'll just go through the cards. We've got the Ace of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Tower, we have the Devil, we have the Sun, we have the Ten of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, we have Dear Sister, as in Dear the reindeer, or not reindeer but the deer, and we have Nandi. So yes, we are going to start with these cards. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so Spirit saying the reason that we're starting with these two cards is not because they are at the start of the month, but because this is an energy that you are going to be embracing, Virgo, but you will fall in and out of it because you're not comfortable here yet. Okay, this is beautiful energy, but you're not comfortable in this beautiful energy yet. So we have an Ace of Cups, so we have a gift from the universe about fulfillment. And the Nine of Pentacles is my independent card. Independence, personal independence, yeah. And this is a card for me of success. I'm seeing it in your reading, Virgo, as this is you at your best. Accomplished, calm, aligned. You know yourself. And not just who you are in the world, but who you are. Like, thank you, Spirit. It's like who you are. But this energy, you don't feel quite comfortable yet. Because this level of knowing yourself, the messages that I'm getting is that it's very new, therefore it feels a little odd. So what do I mean by that? When we start to believe in ourselves, when we start to know ourselves, flaws and all, we can sometimes feel like, oh, I think very highly of myself, or gosh, I love myself. And we should love ourselves. But the way that I'm feeling it here in the beginning for you is a sense that you don't feel that you're humble, or that what's the word I'm looking for, Spirit? I know that there's a perfect word. Thank you, Spirit. You feel selfish in this energy. You feel like you make everything about you. Let me tell you, Virgo, everything is about you. Because you can only know about you. And I know that people say, oh, that's selfish, that's going into, it's all about me. But in that energy, we are so true, we are so open. This energy is not conniving. This energy has no ulterior motives. This energy is, this is who I am. It doesn't feel, it thinks highly of itself, but not above others. And it doesn't feel bad about itself, but yet it can see its flaws. In this energy, we don't hurt others. We're just too aware. So it's not at all a selfish energy, quite the opposite. It's in this energy that we're really loving, because we don't need to pretend. We don't have a mask on. And you're not going to quite feel comfortable with that. Not yet, Virgo. Now, why am I holding this Nine of Pentacles? I mean, the cards were side by side, but Spirit wanted me to read them together. And it's because this gift from the cups for me, or the Ace of Cups for me, are a gift from the universe. And the cup is about fulfillment, emotions and things like that, but it's having your cup runneth over. So it's fulfillment. So there's a sense here that Spirit is going to show you, in order to find your fulfillment, you must know who you are. And when you start to discover who you are, you're no longer going to hide behind the walls or the masks that you have possibly made. And that's why the devil is here. And the devil in your reading is all about the masks, all about the facades. See, in this energy, we think that we make it all about us. But in this energy, we're strong and we're aware. So not only are we aware of ourselves, but once we become aware of ourselves, we can be aware of ourselves with others. And how we impact others. So we stop looking at how others impact us. That's not a 9 of Pentacles energy, because when we are focused, when we make it about us, we allow that person to be them, and then we decide, how does that sit with us? We don't try to change that person because we know it's not about that person. And this Devil card here, I'm really seeing that it will change your relationships with others. It's going to be a process, Virgo, but it would change your relationship with others because you will change. You won't see yourself in the scheme of everything the same way. And when we don't see ourselves in life the same way that we used to, life changes. And for you, in a very big way. Oh, excuse me. So there's a combination, Virgo, here that seeing your fulfillment or focusing on what will fulfill you actually gives you information about you. And look at this, the 1 and the 9 to the 10. It brings about the death of an old version of you. And you know, I'm getting, Virgo, it's about time. No, that's not coming from me. This is, it needed to happen. It's been needing to happen. And Spirit's going to help you this month because, Virgo, I feel like you're just about there. You see it. And it's this uncomfortable energy that I was feeling, just not being comfortable. And that has stopped you from really embracing what you have been going through. Where you are now on your journey of self-discovery. Remembering who you are. Knowing who you are. So there's a sense here of things must come down. And those things are the masks and the walls, the tower around yourself that you have built. And these people are naked, and there's a sense of, I'm not going to hide behind the facades that are not true. I'm not going to hide because of my fears, because of my doubts, because of all the excuses or all the... And when I say excuses, excuses that are built on fear. We build towers because we're afraid. When we're not afraid, we're here in the garden. We are here, and here we are. When we are afraid, we wear the masks and we build the towers. And we change who we are. Self-protection that comes from fear really has a very damaging effect on everything around us, because fear doesn't come with honesty or openness. Fear makes us hide behind things. I feel with these two cards, especially with the sun coming straight after, I feel, Virgo, that you're going to see how strong you are, not because of the walls and because of the masks, pretending to be this or that. And it's not even that you're pretending, Virgo, because what we need to understand when we have this kind of energy, the walls and the masks, is that they were us, aspects of ourselves in the past that we haven't dropped. We carried them forward with us as a bit of armor, but we don't need them anymore. They actually don't serve a purpose now. And what happens is through the walls, looking through the walls, looking through the masks, we actually become more afraid in this energy. And when we drop that energy, it's very scary to drop. And both these cards look very dramatic, don't they? But when we drop them, we realize, oh, nothing's happened. Everything happens behind these cards. When we drop them, it can actually be quite non-eventful. There'll be changes in our life. But because we've dropped the walls, and the walls and the masks can be expectations, what we think we need, what we think we want. And when they go, what we're left with is this kind of beauty. And it feels fulfilling, it feels aligned, even if there's a whole bunch of things that have gone and we might find ourselves quite alone. There's a sense here that whatever goes wasn't for you anyway. And this can be tangible things in your life, jobs, relationships, people, whatever it might be. But I'm getting a stronger sense here for you, Virgo. And again, it's a general reading. But the strongest message I'm getting here is the way you look at the world, the way you look at yourself. It's your perspectives. It's where your fears of what could happen, your fears on your past, that you are still working with today, even though those situations are no longer in front of you. You're still operating with the fear that that situation or situations or events created in you, but they're no longer in front of you. So now you're fearing what is not even in front of you, which creates great fear, because then you're thinking, well, where is it? I have to protect myself even more because something's coming, like it's coming. It's not. It's in the past. It has been. And once we wake up, once we become more authentic and more aligned, it doesn't mean bad things don't happen to us anymore. Our just perception of it changes. So we can have terrible things happen and we'll still grieve and we'll still be disappointed and we'll still be afraid. But our understanding of those emotions changes, and therefore our experience of those emotions will change as well. So even though they will still impact us, their impact will be less, or at the very least, very different. So there is a sense here, Virgo, of you really seeing when this wall and these masks go down, there is nothing in front of you to be afraid of. There's nothing currently in your life that is challenging you. Because when these walls and these masks come down, you're going to see the sun. And that's this childlike spirit of awe and wonderment, excitement. You know, he's telling me Yay, let's go. There is no fear in this image at all. It's a card of, it doesn't matter what happens, I'm going to be okay. You know, sometimes things happen. I don't know if you've ever been in this situation, but I've found myself there quite a few times where I'm going through, let's just say, an unpleasant situation. So it can be terrible, it can be just not good, it can be embarrassing, it can be whatever it is. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you have a thought that says, this is bad now, but boy, when I finish with it, when I get to the other side of it, gosh, is it going to be a good story to tell? And you know that as much as, this is just, I don't want to be here, you know that once you get to the other side of it, it's going to be a story that you tell at a party and people are going to be like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't want to laugh, but it is so funny. And you're going to be like, yeah, I know, it was so bad. But now that I think back, it was hilarious. Not in the moment. But that's this sun card in your reading, Virgo. You will look back and you'll be like, what the hell was all this about? And you know, this is a promise from Spirit. Virgo, if you have doubt of wanting to do the work, of being able to do the inner work, you can. And you will feel drawn. I don't need to tell you, please, please do it. Please make it a priority this month, because you will feel a pull. Okay, this sun is pulling you through this energy. You will feel it, because there's an aspect of you that can no longer be who you were. No more. I'm not sure if it's Gemini that kind of had that same message. Maybe Gemini or Taurus. So if you're drawn, go and have a listen to those readings, or one of those readings talks about you can no longer be who you were. And I'm very tempted to say, Virgo, again, this is a general reading, so this is why I hesitate, but I'm going to say it because the Spirit is bringing me the message. The version of you that you have been trying to operate under is a very old version of you. And you can't anymore. You don't want to anymore. And if you've been getting a sense of ickiness, but you just don't know why, and I'm not even going to explain that because the message is for those of you that get it. This is why. The energy's not yours and you're trying to hold on to it. And the you of old, the past versions of you, which are nothing wrong with the past versions of you. Every version of you brings you to the next version of you. They are to be honored and cherished, and thank you. That's what builds belief in you. If you finish an old version of yourself and think, ugh, well, that was a catastrophe. Oh, I was so dumb. Or, ugh, I didn't pay attention, or I'm such a slow learner, or gee, what was I thinking? Okay, now, you know, hindsight is a gem. I was going to say a different word there, but You know, hindsight shows us many things, but hindsight is exactly that. We have to be enough forward to turn around and go, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that was dumb. In the situation, you don't have the clarity to see all that. So to look back and berate your past self for not seeing something is foolish and very, very unfair. Because you can look back and see when you're in it, you don't have enough time that has passed for you to actually be able to see things for the truth that they are. So honor the past you, but the past you needs to go because it's a very outdated past you. And when you look back at the past you will find it lacking. Of course you find it lacking. This version of you is an update, is an upgrade, has more understanding, has more clarity, because you have just finished that last journey. The you in that last journey hadn't finished that journey yet. So it's like somebody learning a new language and they're on level 1. You can't give them a level 5 book and go, well, why can't you read that? It's like, well, they need to do the journey through 1, 2, 3, 4 to get to level 5. You know, but for those that have been through the journey and are studying the language with the level 5 book, well, of course they are. They've done the previous journeys. Of course they should have a better understanding. Our personal journey is exactly the same. So yes, you will find yourself lacking, but you know what? Find the gratitude and the love for that past self that had the courage to walk the path that it did, to bring you to your understanding that you have now, to bring you to a level of fulfillment that you can see and understand for yourself. Because like I said, leading into December and next year, you've got the Knight of Pentacles, very tangible again. And this is taking who you have become, again, in a very tangible way, in a very real way, and going, right, I'm going to move forward slowly. I'm going to keep reevaluating, making sure I haven't gone back to past habits or aspects of myself that I know are outdated. They're not who I am today. I'm going to be vigilant. I'm going to keep an eye on things. So I'm going to take it slow. And when I go back and go, oh, that's not who I am anymore, but I slipped into an old habit or whatever it might be, you'll be like, okay, no, I'm not that person anymore. And you'll find with time things would just fall away. And I'm talking about habits and perspectives and all that kind of thing. They will just literally fall away, because as you become, okay, this is knowing who you are. And this is walking the path, knowing who you are. It takes practice. And then we've got the oracles, and we've got Dear Sister. And the card says, believe in yourself, your value and your inner beauty, and you will be happy to be yourself. Be delightfully true and remarkably you. Oh, Virgo. Yes, be delightfully true and remarkably you. And the affirmation is, I am empowered, strong, and gentle with myself and others. I'm going to hold the card as steady as I can. Take a snapshot, do whatever you need to, but this is what you need to remind yourself of, Virgo, for the whole month of November. This is a journey. Okay, you're not just going to leap straight into this. You will go back and, you know, there will be oh, I'm still saying the same things that I used to say 2 years ago. But they will fall away as you become more and more aware, and as you let yourself be who you have become without the walls, without the masks. And your final card is Nandi. Magical white bull brings divine protection, messages and healing. Keep moving forward. You are on the right path. And the affirmation is, I walk my path with curiosity, openness and trust. Yes, that is this Knight of Pentacles. Keep moving forward, even when you stumble back to your old habits or personality, masks and walls. Course correct. Go, oh yes, oh I see it now. Oh, here we go again. Every day is a new day to try again. Let's see, well, we know what you're letting go of. Let's see, let's take, oh, you've got two. Let's see what the cards hold for you. So we have dismiss thoughts that don't lead to the garden of infinite possibilities. Ah, yes. Dismiss thoughts that don't lead to the garden of infinite possibilities. This is your fulfillment. This is aligning with who you are. Reject any desire to be like others. You are an incomparable precious jewel. And you know what? I'm going to put that here with believe in yourself, your values, your inner beauty, and also with dropping the masks and the towers. Some of you might be feeling that you're looking at others and thinking, oh, I'm lacking. No, Virgo. You're magical, beautiful, and exactly how and who you need to be, because that's the version of you that this world needs. I'm going to leave you with those messages, my friends. Love and light, Virgo. Take very good care of yourselves. I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.